This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
Freaking.com.
All right, I'm standing here with Ron Helwig from shiresilver.com.
Yes. And
you have something to report, a new gold and silver device you have developed. Tell me about it.
Okay, the original Shire Silver idea was that we would be minting our own coins, for lack of a better word. The government likes to use the word coins. But we found that the overhead for that kind of production was too much. It was a great idea, but just not practical. So I thought about it for a long time, and I finally came up with what I think will be a much better idea for money. And that is the Shire Silver card. This one is a 1 gram of silver card, and you can actually see on the back that it has strands of silver wire embedded in the card itself. The value is in the card, not in any kind of promise or anything like that. It's not a note, it's the actual stuff in the card. And so we have the 1 gram of silver, and we have one that is 1/10 of a gram of gold.
Oh yeah, flip it around, upside down. Yeah.
And I also have one which is a combination of the two, which is 1 gram of silver and 1/10 of a gram of gold. And you can, if you look close, you can tell that this is the gold wire and these are the silver wires.
Okay, so that's a mix of gold and silver there. So
correct.
It's got a little diversity built in.
Sure. And so at the Liberty Forum this coming up weekend, I'm going to be introducing these to the general public. These are the prototypes, and I'm going to ask for feedback, try to improve them, but these are pretty much ready to go. One of the other things that I'm going to do with this is I'm going to open source the production. So by open sourcing, what I mean is I'm going to put on the website the instructions for how you can produce these yourself.
Okay.
And you know, I'll even put the graphics up there with everything except for my branding on there.
Yeah.
So people will be able to make their own brand and produce their own variants of this new monetary system.
Cool. So what happens after that?
Well, then there's a lot of marketing work that has to be done. I'm hoping to be able to be taking pre-orders at Liberty Forum and after on the website as well, as soon as that functionality needs to get done by the Liberty Forum. That will be available at shiresilver.com.
What kind of markup over spot price?
That's a good question, and at this point I'm not certain, but I believe it can be what people will find to be reasonable. It may have to be as much as 20%, but I think for the convenience and usability of something like this, which will fit in your regular standard wallet, these are credit card sized.
The idea is that a silver dime, a mercury dime, or something like that, you're going to lose it, but you can't lose this as easily.
Well, and those are
change.
Yeah, and the silver coins and the bullion is just, people aren't used to it. It's difficult to carry. It's heavy. It's clunky. This everyone knows how to use. So yeah, and the other thing we just found out tonight, that you can actually burn the card with a regular cigarette lighter, whatever, and the wire itself will be just fine. So if anybody actually wants to make sure that what this is made of is actually what it says it is, just burn one. Yeah.
And this is a gold wire you tested for this purpose, correct?
Right. Yeah, this one is a gold wire.
You're ready to risk your gold for the customer. That's good.
Sure.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks, Ron. We'll see how it goes.
Excellent.